Here's one I'm willing to ship off to Boston for. Hey there, folks. I am the Mighty Plantain. Thanks for checking out this video. And I am talking about Sam Adams Brick Red, malty and smooth, Boston Brewery Limited Series. Now, it used to be called, and it probably still is, Boston Brick Red, because you could only get this in Boston or the surrounding area. I don't think you could even get it outside of the city, maybe. But you definitely couldn't get it outside of Massachusetts. So every time I was in Boston, I tried to make an effort to get a hold of this stuff because it is a good beer. And it says here, Boston Brewery Limited Series, 02130, maybe that's the run, I don't know. 5.8% ABV, and it is an ale, 25 IBUs. Brick Red's name refers to the red brick of Boston's Freedom Trail, a 2.5-mile path that passes 16 U.S. landmarks and the walls of our Boston brewery, where this beloved beer originated. I guess that was a comma, not a period. Hearty and full of rich malt character, it's easy to see why this smooth and balanced beer is a fan favorite. So I'm kind of thrilled to see this, even in a limited series, getting outside of Boston, because it's definitely worth checking out if you're in the area. But now you don't have to make a special trip for it. I don't know, as the crafted beer world has expanded, these brewery exclusives, these regional exclusives, and even event exclusives are kind of frustrating in some regards, because you can't make a special trip for one beer. And that would just be ridiculous. Maybe if you were rich, you could do it. But there's some really interesting ones that I want to get my hands on. With the Sam Adams and, the Boston Beer Company and Dogfish Head merger, they're taking Dogfish Head's Worldwide Stout and they're aging it in Sam Adams Utopia's barrels. That's going to be a great fucking beer. But you can't get it outside of Delaware, where Dogfish Head is. Maybe it'll be really popular and they'll do it again and put it on a wider release. I mean, it's probably going to be at least $10 per bottle anyway, so it's going to be an expensive beer, but I would love to get my hands on one because I bet you anything it's going to be awesome. Worldwide Stout is great on its own. When it's barrel aged, it's amazing, and I can only imagine what it's going to be like aged in the Sam Adams Utopia's barrels. But we are not talking about Utopia's aged Worldwide Stout. We are talking about Brick Red. I'm going to keep trying to call it Boston Brick Red because I'm so used to that. And again, I don't know if it's still called Boston Brick Red when you're still when you get it in Boston now. But this is a lovely, lovely beer. It's got a lot of the character that I'm used to seeing from Boston Brick Red. It's got that nice brown yet reddish color. Lots of bubbles coming up through. Very effervescent. It looks spectacular. Oh, and I keep trying to rotate it so you see more of the glass, but putting my fingers in the way instead. Yep. Malty and slightly sweet aroma. It smells like a grain house. Maybe a hint of a roasty note to it as well. It's got a nice medium mouthfeel. Again, really roasty, really grainy. Hint of sweetness in the finish. At 25 IBUs, there's not a lot of hoppiness there. It's just a good red beer, a nice red ale. Hint of roasted flavor to it. Again, it's just a slight bit of sweetness. I mean, there's nothing crazy in terms of flavor jumping out at me, but that's one of the things I like about it. It's a red ale for sure, but it has this somewhat unique character that you can only find in the brick red, which is why I always go out of my way to get it. I think I've said that 3 times now, but pardon, it does bear repeating. But there's no particular flavor, like I said, that's jumping out at me. There's nothing as a standout. It's just a really well put together, solid red ale as a beer, and I like it. You know, maybe part of that's a mental thing, the exclusivity, but I'm telling you, it is a damn good beer. I'm going to hit it with a 4 out of 5. I'm typically, I think the less exclusive the beer becomes, I give it a slightly lower rating right now, because I almost gave it the 4.5 that I typically would. But tonight I'm giving it a 4, maybe because I know that I can get it without making a special trip. It's probably losing some points there for that, I don't know. But 4 out of 5 is a pretty damn good rating, and it's a damn good beer. You should definitely check it out when you can find it in your area, or if you're in Boston by chance for a trip, whether you're making a special trip just for the beer or you're in Boston just for the hell of it. Make sure that you check at least one restaurant or bar that has brick red on tap, because it's worth looking into. But that's just what I have to say about it. Hit me up down in the comments, the email link down below. Love to hear what you have to say about this beer. While you're down there, don't forget to like and share the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Until next time, folks, I'm shipping off to Boston. Cheers.